Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. What the superior man seeks is in himself, what the small man seeks is in others. There must often change who would be constant in happiness or wisdom. When anger rises, think of the consequences. It does not matter how slowly you go so long as you do not stop. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. To be able under all circumstances to practice 5 things constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 things are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Before you embark on a journey of revenge into graves, to see what is right and not to do it is one of courage or a principle. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. Men's natures are alike. It is their habits that carry them far apart. Do not impose on others what you self do not desire. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Respect yourself and others will respect you. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Polar Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Have no friends not equal to yourself. Study the past if you would define the future. Forget injuries, never forget keenness. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of man. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. A superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. Be not ashamed of mistakes and thus make them crimes. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. He who will not economize will have to agonize. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. If I am walking with 2 other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. You cannot open a book without learning something. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed. If in terms of 10 years, plant trees. If in terms of 100 years, teach the people. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. Study the past if you would define the future. I want you to be everything that's you, deep at the center of your being.